In the past few years, 3D printing has become huge at Makerfaire, to the point where it's the sole reason some people even come to the event. This year was no exception. Let's talk about 3D printing at World Makerfaire 2015. Starting off with a tent of their own was Wasp. The Italian company came to impress, and impress they did. They had tons of their giant Delta machines, and by giant, I mean freaking massive. What was most interesting to me at their booth was their Olo printer. Basically, it's a 3D printer that uses your smartphone to cure a photopolymer. Yeah. Moving on, by the Maker Shed was Ultimaker, who showed off their current lineup of printers, along with some cool activities. Off to the side was Printerbot, who had their Printerbot Play and their new Printerbot CNC and Crawlbot. Now to where most 3D printers at the fair were, the 3D Printing Village. This is where the difference between an event like 3D Print Show and an event like Makerfaire really shows. Lots of DIY printers. Lots. Many traditional rep wraps, but also more unique ones like the Mini Wrap project, which is scaling down popular printers to make tiny printers. There were a few filament producers, like 3D Brooklyn, which is making some really interesting recycled filaments. Speaking of filament, there were even some filament extrusion machines, like Filobot, and even some lesser known ones. Then of course, there were the market-ready printers. There were the large companies like MakerBot and Formlabs, the latter of which showed off the beautiful new Form 2, but also smaller companies like New Matter and Gorilla Maker. Now, I've only mentioned a few companies that were at the show, but to throw out some other names, there was Tinkerine, Up, XYZ Printing, and Lulzbot. In the startup area of the event was companies like M3D with the Micro and Delta Printer with their new Delta Printer Go. There was of course the Enable project, along with some other companies who showed off some applications of 3D printing, like Simplus Design. One of my favorite printers at the event every year is See CNC's Part Daddy, which will never cease to amaze me. See CNC also sponsored the Moat Boat Paddle Battle, which was a 3D printed rubber band powered boat racing competition. Yeah. Anyways, if you liked this video, you know what to do. If you want to follow my work in the future, please subscribe. XYZ Aiden, out.